morning, good morning. This is one time that I am here and my co-host is on the way. You know what I mean? I beat her today, but she got more to brag about than me. What's going on? You know it's Monday, so if you see me here and you see her sitting there, we should be here in a minute. Y'all know what time it is. It's fucking Monday. It's Real Talk Uncensored. Here we go. You know what I mean? First, I want to give a shout out to Speed Shift. Heard it was a magnificent weekend, although I didn't go because I was doing other shit. I had to do family shit this weekend. But I heard it was magnificent. It was hot as fuck down there. Niggas was sweating. They melted. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. All right. I'll see y'all next year. All right. Boy, we got some shit for you today. You know what I mean? But let me start off with the first bullshit of the morning because this shit was kind of cute and I needed to laugh about it. So this Indonesian woman, right? This is an Indonesian woman now. This is not made up. This is not made up. Let me bring it up. The wife is shocked that she, after learning her husband is a woman after 10 months of marriage. This is a true story now, mind you. This is a true. Yes, fucked you up. Yeah. Look, it fucked you up. This is a true story. It's in Indonesia. This chick, they have a dating website over there, right? So they started dating, right? And as they started dating, you know what I mean? They were just talking for 2 months, right? On the phone and texting back and forth, blah, blah, blah. So the one girl, the female, literally came over to the United States to meet the chick because the chick told her, the other chick told her I was a doctor. She was a doctor and all this shit, right? Lied to her. We'll get to that later. 2 months after they was talking, they decided to get married, right? They get married, okay? And as they get married, you know what I mean? So when it comes time to consummate the fucking relationship, to consummate the marriage, this is what these silly motherfuckers do. She's like, yo, I need you to turn off all the lights and don't look at me when I get in change. I have a complex. I'm just saying, I got questions, y'all. I got questions. So, you know, so this goes on for 10 months. So the mother of the female, of the woman, well, the one that's not pretending to be like a guy, started realizing that, yo, this motherfucker's full of shit. This nigga ain't got no job because he's always asking me, this is always asking me for money. And they come to find out, you know what I mean? The mother's like, I think this is a woman. It's the mother who figured it out. So here was my question. You're married to a motherfucker. Y'all in the bed together. You never reached over and started touching a person and caressing. You didn't realize that this motherfucker had tits or pussy or anything like that. Furthermore, you didn't realize this motherfucker was on a period? Come on, man. Crazy shit. This is the world we live in today. We're gonna have some dope topics for you today. I know that y'all looking for us to talk about one specific topic, but I'm not gonna touch that till Kiki get here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, speaking of the devil, here she come now. And this is the one and only time I can say I beat her in the studio. I can't never say it. I can't never say it because she always beat me. Yo, this is the one time I beat her in the studio.
The one time in 4 years.
Okay, so we have to share this because I didn't put one out today.
That's what I had to do.
Okay, well, good morning. Good morning. Come on, get it out your throat. Get it out your throat. This is a little frog in your throat.
What that's all it is.
There's a frog in your throat. Yeah.
What up, though? Happy Monday. Did you give them the welcome to Rip Radio Network, Kiki and Tone? You did all that? Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Oh, all right, so now I know what his name is this morning. White man's name this morning is the opposite of black.
How you like that?
Oh my God! So I gave Speed Shift a shout out.
Did you? Okay, I heard. Look, I heard. I heard.
It was cracking down there, but it was hot though. It was hot though, but it was cracking. You know what I mean? Shout out to them for another successful event though, for real. Okay. I started talking about the little thing, but later for that though. Let's get to this fucking versus battle.
Dang. All right, let's get to whatever.
What the fuck was it?
Okay, so can we do positives first?
Oh, give me some positives. I'll take some positives. You got some positives.
My takeaway was that Omarion, I don't know how old you are, but yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
Mario, you grew into that nose, and I like it. You a sexy junk. I don't. Okay, that's the positives.
That's the only positive. There wasn't no positive there. Really? So he grew into his nose but lost his voice along the way.
His nose. No, Mario did not. I think
Mario. Okay, Mario. Yeah, he kept his
Mario. Mario.
He could blow. Okay.
He grew into that double barrel because that was a whole shotty for your body. That was a shotty for your body. Say it wasn't.
Okay.
I love him though. He can sing. Oh, Marion, here's the negatives. You want to start negatives or should I start with negatives?
I'll let the ladies first.
Okay, so negatives. I don't understand. And me and PJ had this argument last night. Good morning, everybody.
God. Good morning.
The watermelon scene, bro, that wasn't for there. And don't know. He's like, oh, he want to show how he can get down and eat your box. If I want to be chewed and spit like watermelon, I don't. He wasn't even that good at it. Number two, you were amongst men. It had no place there. You were amongst men. You had no place. Number three, I think, or is it four? I think that he should have performed less.
Okay.
Because Mario don't do all that. So you just stood out as looking stupid. Like Mario sat there and sang. He used his voice. And I think had Omarion, who can sing, by the way, who has hits, by the way, had a stuck to the script, he would have ate Mario up. Because hit for hit, Mario can't mess with Omarion. I don't care. B2K years and beyond.
Facts.
You can't. You can't.
Facts.
And Omarion can't sing, but you were so busy trying to do all that.
Do the most?
Yeah, like the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the most. He needed like a usher. He needed a dancer. He needed a dancer to go against.
He's no usher.
No, but he needed, if you want to do a versus, like to me, they have equal styles. Like you do a little dancing and singing, and so do I.
See, have Usher and Chris Brown.
You cursed yourself.
Why?
You
Why
played yourself just now.
Why?
You played yourself.
Why? How?
Because there is no one above.
No, we're not gonna go because you already know because you love Chris Brown.
No,
like that,
hit for hits. Come on, Usher got hits. Don't trip. Usher got hits. Chris got hits on 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 hits.
I would like to see that versus.
I would like to see it, but sorry.
I like to see that.
And look, I'm going to ask Chris Brown to marry me. I'm going to do it.
We've already had this if y'all remember when we first started the show, Kiki said she would have sex with Chris Brown in the middle of Cowboy Stadium on the Star.
Raw. No condom. No condom. What?
Damn.
This fool said you ain't got to worry about no protection down there.
Well, okay. So here's my thing with these versus battles. I think they're getting in desperation mode to keep themselves relevant. You know, what the fuck was Ray J even doing up there? How many hits does Ray J really have? Let's
one wish.
Okay? Let's be realistic. Let's start with him. Let's start with him.
He only got two.
Because then you try to use and say, my kid was distracting me. Why the fuck did you even bring your child up there for?
So the kid can distract him. He can use that line because he can't fucking sing.
Period.
But here's the here's the sad thing, the overall sad thing. They had to have 37 niggas on there for 2 hours because two niggas don't got 2 hours worth of hits.
Exactly. So why even have a versus like that? Why even waste your time with a versus like that? It was a waste of time. You know what I mean? Just to be on there, just to say, because if you think about it, versus hasn't done anything. Oh shit, tag him in. The opposite of black. What's up?
I said this way back.
What you say?
Ice Lyra said, don't you think it's time to start bringing some white acts into this?
Hall & Oates?
Hall & Oates versus Go West. Have Billy Joel versus Duran against...
You know what I think they're afraid of is losing their audience.
Which audience are you losing? You're already losing it. You lost it last week.
No, you can gain an audience. They don't know. They can gain one because we know all those songs. If you a 70s, 80s kid, when you knew that FM was white... FM was not a black station.
No, it was never black. It was always white.
Yes, right. So we know those songs by default. MTV didn't start out black. MTV was white.
Facts. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you have to understand these things. And it might be a good way to go. Okay.
Now, if they want to bring, like, I think Pretty Ricky and B2K, if they can get it together, because they boy band versus boy band.
Well, you know, hey. Versus, you need to take a pause, restructure, and come back with some good shit because right now it's completely trash. It's completely trash. I don't even want to waste my time. You know what I mean? Did you watch the awards last night? I wouldn't watch the awards.
I did.
Fuck you, Puffy. I am not the biggest Puff Daddy fan. I'm not been. Because he treat his artists shitty, man. You know what I
I'm
mean?
with you. I'm in that line.
Huh?
I'm in that. I do not like Sean Combs.
Thank you.
I don't call him Sean. I don't call him Puffy.
Diddy?
I don't call him Diddy. I don't call him any of that stupid nicknames. He is Sean Combs. He's a hustler. He's a bad hustler, and he does not deserve any respect whatsoever. And if he ever gets into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I would pull him out.
Dang. So what can you?
He shouldn't be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What do you
though.
know
No.
that he did that makes you so angry? Like, what do you know? Like, what is proven?
You treating your
The
artists like
last
shit.
thing I remember him doing was he did New Edition wrong.
Yes. Okay.
You want more?
Yeah. Do you have more?
There's plenty, and it's
Biggie died before that could be exposed.
Documented.
Biggie died before that could be exposed. Huh?
Yeah.
I rather have a congressional.
Shine was there last night.
You know what I mean?
And
But
Sean-
yeah, he brought him back. But these are your artists that you
That you-
did wrong. You robbed these niggas. Come
You
on,
think
Slim,
that he
you're a
robbed Shine?
cornball.
You think Shine was like, you know what? Look out! I got you. I'm gonna sit
Hey, you
down.
cornball, like yo.
All New Yorkers say that. All New Yorkers say that.
And here's the true shit. You know what I mean? Whenever you see Diddy on the stage, all I hear ringing in my head is Suge Knight. All up in the video. All up in doing all this, dancing all over the place. Because, you know, if you want to be technical, he started off as a dancer.
He did.
And he just manipulated his way to, you know what I mean, to the top. He corny. Fuck him.
All New York.
said it.
My ex-boyfriend from New York used to say, I said, oh, I saw Diddy. He's like, fuck him. Like, New Yorkers feel that way.
Hey, Torch, when you say he must have been a pretty good hustler, yeah, he was robbing people along the way, giving them shitty deals, niggas that didn't know nothing, and was robbing them. You know what I mean? Now, if that's the way you're going to get to the top, hey, I ain't mad at not,
But that's
I
the
just don't fuck with you.
game.
You know what I mean? I don't fuck with you like that. I think you're a bad businessman when it comes to that. You know what I mean? There's more ways to get money. You know what I mean? There's more ways to get money instead of robbing the people that are helping you get there. You know what I mean? Because without them, where would he be?
And you think that was on purpose? That he
Prime
did
example,
that?
look what happened to G Dep. Look what happened with Craig Mack. I could go down the line of the artists that he had
May he
that
rest in
didn't
peace.
take care of.
Craig Mack is dead too. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, dog, you a whole fucking cornball. Fuck Diddy, fuck Sean Combs, fuck you. That's just my opinion. I know it may not mean nothing to me, but they can fuck you.
Tweety said Diddy is Kirk Franklin.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, there we go.
Tor said, I was just mad he ain't thank his kids who was so excited for him.
It shows the character of individual he is.
PJ said they robbed themselves. That's like me signing with Birdman tomorrow and be mad 5 years from now. I signed the contract.
Yeah, I guess you signed the contract, but you ain't got to do your artists like that, especially your artists that don't know.
But that's
You know
the
what I mean?
game, though.
That's the game.
Like,
That's sad.
a lot of people got robbed out of contracts.
Those years,
because,
that time they got robbed.
well,
Niggas getting money now.
Because imagine though, the spins and stuff wasn't worth nothing. There had to be a draw. There had to be a draw for you to want to be an artist. Because for real, what we saw ain't what they was doing at the time. We saw them living on their advances. We saw them doing all that, paying up recoupments. And we saw all that. We really didn't see like what we see now up front. And I don't even know that it's still not that way. Is it? It's still that way? They still living off advances and recoupments, and they still got to pay all stuff before you.
Why else you see a lot of these younger acts not really, they're flashing their doughs and all that stuff, and because of the advances they get, they're really honestly, it's like they're a bunch of one-hit wonders, and to the point where it's just like, what happened to so and so? Well, he's kind of struggling now because of the fact they blew off his advance money.
And those residuals and all that stuff, they come, but I think you got to have a flash for that. That stuff.
There's only certain artists,
back around, right?
There's certain artists that you know what I mean. They you just can't come into hip hop and think that that's your only stream of income. You know what I mean? You got to be versatile, and that shows you with certain artists that have been versatile that went into acting and had other careers. Ice Cube, number one to me. He was LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which nigga, his catalog is bananas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who else we want to go? Who else?
Ice-T.
Ice-T. Ice-T is like, come on. Ice-T, Queen Latifah.
But you
know
can't.
what I mean? I hate to say it. Cornball Will Smith.
Yeah.
There's another one. You know what I mean?
But you got to sell those things. You got to sell those to younger kids because, like people say when you older, you're washed. So you got to sell that to people. Like Queen Latifah and MC Light and all them can get together and get busy. But you can't. You got to sell it to the audience because people don't know that 40-year-olds are watching this.
Facts.
They're not even catering to us, which is why you had all that B2K shit and all them kids. Like what I'm saying. But music lovers watch it. FYI, people who love music, and that's why I think what you're saying is a great idea. We should have some top tier.
Yo, so
some top tier verses.
Some top tier verses. Top tier verses. Oh, we're gonna get the Carl Cassidy verses.
Carl Cassidy.
All right, so NFL update, man. You want to talk about your Ravens? You lost 2 players, didn't you?
Yep.
You lost 2 players.
Yes.
Sorry.
Jalen Ferguson and Tony Siragusa.
Yeah.
Ferguson was the shocker.
26.
He was 26.
Yep.
There's a rumor mill of alleged, substance abuse or overdose.
I hate that.
So the real sad part for both these guys, they left 3 kids, but Siragusa's kids are an adult, but still. But Ferguson, he left 3 kids no older than the age of 5. And that guy, I saw his highlight reel, and it's like, oh God, that's a beast. I mean, him and some of the draft picks we had in the last couple of years, those 2, that was fearsome. And hopefully they will find a suitable replacement, which I doubt it, but yeah, that one really hurt. And then hearing about Siragusa like hours later was kind of surprising too, because no one knows about how his health was good or bad. It was probably something, sadly like a heart attack or something like that. Well, again, we don't know the full details.
Yeah, we don't know the full details.
Siragusa, when he came onto the Ravens, I mean, I really saw his character. Yeah. How he is and who he is. He was well loved. I mean, he's even though he started his career with the Colts, but see him in Baltimore. I mean, he fit in absolutely perfectly.
Got a ring with Baltimore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So rest in peace, Goose. Rest in peace, Jay Ferg, and yeah, as for us Ravens, they'll forever be Ravens. So.
Facts. All right, damn. So Bill Cosby, man. Bill Cosby. God damn it. Why don't y'all just leave fucking Bill alone, man?
They can't.
Why? This nigga's old, man. He just wants to let him just enjoy the rest of his joint sitting there in his rocking chair chilling, man. Let him enjoy it.
They won't do it.
I have questions.
But he was, okay, so you got questions, don't you? Yo, so he was liable for sexual molestation. Mm-hmm. He was accused from 1975. Yep. That's over 40 fucking years ago.
Yes.
And you just, come on. At what point is it?
Here's the real kicker to that question. The person who's alleged that had indiscretions with Bill was a teenager at the time.
Yeah.
Not an 18-year-old teenager, not a 19-year-old teenager. It was around 16.
A real teenager.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that probably around that time frame, a 16-year-old woman or child, young lady, somehow got herself into the Playboy Mansion, met Bill Cosby, got Cosby'd, and ended up getting raped by him. So how did you get into that place? So technically, it's like, are you blaming Bill, or should you blame Playboy?
Well, technically, you're blaming Bill.
But you should
be blaming Playboy.
Did you ever watch?
Should be because that'll bring them under fire then.
Well, here's the problem with Playboy.
Actually, the person who you should really blame is dead.
Yeah, he did.
Is Hugh Hefner. Because it's his place.
But that would have brought them under fire because that was their stick, though, to bring these young underage.
Have you ever watched this TV show about the bad side of the Playboy Mansion?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how, Hugh had a whole team to shut you down. He had a whole team in place with a lot of foul shit went on inside that house, and he had a whole team to come and shut you down so you didn't talk about it. So everything that happened there was kept under wraps.
Well, this is where those are NDAs. Like, you have to sign those things. The people ain't playing with you.
Yeah.
You come to this house, everything you see, you better not never say. You got to sign this non-disclosure.
Because we all know.
It.
I mean, honestly, the mystique of the Playboy Mansion or the Playboy clubs and all that stuff. We all full know well. It's swaps and swingers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We get that. I mean, it's everyone
Prostitution.
Yeah. Well, hold on for that. But
okay.
Honestly, it's just like, look, when we saw that in Beverly Hills Cop 2, where Eddie Murphy goes, it's Playboy Mansion. It's all that's what you get.
Yeah.
So you're gonna sit there and tell me it's like, I mean, I understand like maybe any teenager between the ages of, let's say, 15 to 17 before legally going into any club, that's their main goal. Trying to get into a club they know full well they're underage to get into. But the Playboy Mansion, I mean, mind you, it's like, okay, that's the creme de la creme to try to get into. But for you to able to get in there and be in a situation to the point where you end up allegedly getting raped by any celebrity whatsoever, either, mind you, I am not discrediting whatever you're saying right now, but honestly, it's just like, okay, who should you be going after after almost 50 years?
So let me ask this, because
there's no Hugh. There's no Hugh. And
there's no Hugh.
And Hugh's family doesn't own Playboy anymore.
No.
So who's else left to go after these individuals? After 50, come on, man.
But to add a couple of this stuff on Bill Cosby's resume, they want to do that. But to me, I don't know this is what I thought as a young child, right? Okay. I used to see Playboy books. I used to see the bunny and the girls with the ears. They used to wear the tails and the logo and all that stuff. All I thought was XXX. I wasn't supposed to be there. So I don't understand what a girl. And listen, so for all of these political people who going to come after my neck, if you say no, it's rape. I'm a girl. I understand that, and I don't go nowhere. I guess you don't go nowhere. You could go to a sex club, and if you don't want it, you shouldn't be able to get raped. Let me say that. Hold on. But what I'm thinking is, as a young woman, I'm going there because I want to get effed by Bill Cosby. I'm going there because I know that the celebrities are running rampant. I'm going there to try to get on, to try to get and be amongst the. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that for that reason. Does anybody see that?
Here's a problem.
And the celebrities are coming because I can't come and I can't screw this little girl or this woman.
Child at that time was allegedly 16, right? Yeah. She was allegedly 16. You ever would you let your 16-year-old daughter creep off and go to the Playboy
No,
Mansion?
I would not. But I'm telling you, that's what you think that place is for. If you go to the brothel in Arizona.
That's what it was, in a way, in a sense. It was a
brothel. That's what I'm saying. If you're going there, my mind, because young women are, young girls, they got big ideas. I'm going to go wherever Chris Brown is. And guess whatever happens between me and Chris Brown, because I'm fucking with him like that. And look, Playboy got these books and they got these women who are getting paid. These young girls,
I want Ty to call me because we can debate this.
These young girls, they're going there for that. And once again, for all of these coyotes on my neck, if you say no, it's rape. If you don't want it, it's rape. But the idea when people come there is that you're coming there for what I'm coming there, and I'm coming there for what I'm coming there for.
If you're 16, what the fuck are you doing there?
What the fuck are you doing there?
What the fuck are you doing there? And I get it. Rape is rape, and I'm not condoning rape.
Let's say this.
But damn, dog.
He said, who having a fuck party? Playboy!
Let's say this. As a 6-year-old, if your main objective is to say that you went there to have fun, you claim to, in the end, you can tell all your friends in school the next day. It's like, hey, I was at the Playboy Mansion. I saw so and so and so and so and so and so, and didn't get in trouble. Just went in, saw what you saw, danced a little, somehow snuck a little sippy here and there.
And it's short.
Yeah,
because you did. Damn.
Yeah, that too, and then bailed. I would get it, but somewhere along the line for time frame is like either you. Like I said. I don't know her full story about this, but to hold it off this long, again, to pile on to whatever Bill has already suffered so far, to me, it's just like, come on. Who are you trying to go after now?
Okay, okay. First off, when you were kids, when we were younger, and you heard of Playboy, what did you think of?
It's pussy. I don't like that stuff.
The centerfold.
Centerfolds.
Right? Centerfold.
Titties.
Butt ass naked, pussy.
White girls.
Black
White
girls too.
Yes.
Well, at that time, it
And
was
some
white girls.
Asian.
That's all it was.
Well,
Yeah.
majority.
Girls at that
Majority.
time.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it was, you thought of XXX, sex,
Yes.
right?
Artistic adult
I get
entertainment.
it. When a female says no, it means no. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I keep saying
I'm
that.
not
Yes.
negating that.
Because we're done
Nope.
with that. Yes.
We're done with that. Well, but you're 16. And now here's the problem. Like he said, you there, you chilling, you took a little sippy. You don't know what these niggas put in these
altered.
drinks. Now you're altered.
Correct.
You're altered. You're altered. So you're not exactly knowing what you're doing until after the fact and realize, oh shit, I got fucked.
Yeah, and who you're doing it with.
First off, what the fuck were you doing there at 16? I'm not saying if you're big, if you're an adult and you go into these fucking shits, okay, you know what the fuck you're doing, you're an adult. But at 16, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. She had no business to be there. She shouldn't have been there, period. But after fucking 40, 50 years later, now you want to fucking take this nigga to court and sue him
And win.
Win $500,000.
Times got hard. Like she was like, I know what I can do.
Yeah, honestly, I think
gotta-
that's exactly what happened.
yes.
Oh shit, I'm on hard times. I don't know what to do. Oh shit, everybody else was going to bill. I was sucking in fucking bill when I was 16.
Quick
Let
come
me go
up.
get paid.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Can she have
parents
the
need to
argument?
be
Can she
fucked up.
have the argument that she didn't know? That she didn't know it was wrong. That she was going with the culture was because again,
I
you can,
refuse to believe
again
that.
you're gonna say again. What was she doing there? Okay, I get that.
Period. You-
So, what make? How did she win this case, Tom? What was her
I
argument?
don't fucking know how
Opposite
she.
of black?
I don't know. I would love to know because at that point, at 16, what the fuck were you doing there? Why were you there?
I don't
Why?
play those games. He
Help
said,
me
"Women be saying
understand.
no, but they want you to
I
continue."
got a 15-year-old. I got a 16-year-old. And there's no fucking way I'm going to be okay with my 16-year-old going to some fucking event like that or a place like that. I think any parent in their right mind would be like, what the hell, you crazy? Get the fuck out of here. Go sit your ass down somewhere.
And then too, I'm gonna pull you back some because at the time it probably happened, she probably couldn't say anything. One, because you weren't supposed to be there. You're supposed to be in that Marshall house. What the fuck? What? And kid, that's exactly. That's bigger than telling your mama some man raped me.
Ty,
if
Ty,
that is what happened.
I love you, Ty, but you're reaching. When you see, Ty said 50 years ago, a teen was damn near an adult. Damn near. Come on, Ty, you reaching now. I love you, boo. But you reaching now. You really grasping for some shit there because 16 is still 16. I don't give a fuck. Back in those days, when I was 16, I was 16. You know what I mean? That was it. I was 16. It wasn't no almost an adult. Like, get the fuck out of here. No.
She said they was grown.
Okay, so I have a better question to ask.
What's that?
Was she from the mountains of Caucasus?
Of course she was.
There it is.
Of course she
There it
was.
is. She had to be from the mountains of Caucasus for this to happen.
Karen Jr. She was. She was breeding at the time.
They was not grown, Ty. Nice try. They was not grown. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, even you don't believe that shit. Let me ask you this much. When your son turns 16, he's grown? Give him the same energy that you give it then. Give it now. He's grown. Your son is 16, he's grown. Hey, Mom, I'm going to fuck this chick. I'm going to holler at you. I'll be back. You be good? I'm going to this orgy, Mom. I'll be back. Ty, you ain't going for that shit. Nice try. Love you, boo. Love you.
Torch said, yeah, no means yes don't work for me. No means put your clothes on.
Get the fuck out. Yo, hold on. Because OT said, I don't play them games. Women be saying no, but they want you to continue. They be playing hard to get. Nah, I'm gone. And I ain't never coming back. Bitch.
The fabrication is so easy, says Torch. Women who lie about rape need to go to jail and deal with the same penalties that he would have to deal with had she told the truth. Men who rape women need to go to jail and get fucked daily for the rest of their life. Wow.
Hold on. And PJ said, can we stop acting like men don't get lied on and people be looking for a payday?
Yep.
Just as much as y'all bat for her and say she said no, please acknowledge she can be lying.
Yeah, that's true. By being a part one crime, there's no limit on rape. If it happened, period, don't matter. And that's what people be knowing too. Yo. If he did it, then that's not enough money. If you didn't do it, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
We'll never know.
And here we are.
We'll never know. All right, so good news. The police are still looking for DC police are looking for that little bitch that we talked about last week, the cell phone queen. You know what I mean? The cell phone queen, from the water festival.
Yeah.
They stole all them cell phones. You know what I mean? So they looking for her. They looking for your ass now, shawty. You know what I mean? So if your phone was stolen while you was there, you know what I mean? Reach out to DC police and get your property back, bro.
Because she had a book bag over 25 cell phones, and not realizing this is Apple time. And what's that thing that the ping in the phones and all?
You know,
I'm
really.
Locators. Is it locators, right?
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a little more news real quick. Caesar from Black Ink was fired for abusing a dog.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? He hit a dog with a chair and put it in the cage and rolled the cage down the hill. He says the dog was attacking other animals.
What upset you more, that he abused the dog or that he was fired?
I don't know.
Opposite of black. Which one upset you more?
Damn.
Are you upset?
Oh,
I barely watch Black Ink Crew anymore.
to be honest with you, I barely.
I mean,
Barely
I
watch
know
it too.
Caesar has, I think he has two
Spin-offs or something.
Yeah, and I mean, he gets agitated too quickly than most. So is he fired from what?
From the show.
From the show.
They parted ways and separated from his whole personality.
Well, you can't do shit to the animals because the carcasses is coming to get
Yeah.
you.
No. But guess what? Guess how they found out he did it? Donna from the show sent the video in. If you look at the video, you can find it. If you look at the video, it shows him coming outside. The dog is chilling.
Really?
And he pick up a chair. Yeah.
Really?
Picks
People
up a chair.
sending videos in, huh?
Yes, they are.
People sending videos in. Pause. I'm not going to say nothing about it, but pause. So wait a minute. He didn't post the video himself.
No, somebody sent
it in and he got fired.
Yes,
Well, what do we have here? I can relate to that.
So his defense, which if you look at it, you see him beating the dog. Like, it is so hard to look at. He said that he had other small dogs or other small animals and the dog was attacking the dog. But to me, I don't know if that was before he went and got the chair. I don't know.
All right, so first off, if the dog is attacking other dogs, you scoop the dog up and get the dog out of there. You know what I mean? I get it. You throw in a couple shots and like, don't fucking do this shit. Yeah. Put him in a cage. But now you took the chair and beat the dog with the chair. Well,
put him in and then
put him in a cage and then roll the cage down there.
That's excessive. That's extra shit.
That was overkill right there, bro. that was overkill right there. You know what I mean? So hold on. What's his name? Michael Vick got canceled. You know what I mean? Your ass is about canceled.
You better.
It's gonna happen.
You better. He went overboard, OT said. Donna said she was going to get him.
That is overboard.
She been coming for him since he fired her. So that was her thing. And look, they said it happened a year ago.
So you did this in front of her and she recorded it, bro. Well,
No, she didn't record it. The rings and the security somehow Donna got hold of that joint.
Somebody in the camp gave that shit to her.
And know what's sad? When you found out you got fired from TMZ, that's sad. Like, they reach out to TMZ first before they call you on the phone.
That's fucked up.
So he said he saw on TMZ, like, huh?
I got fired.
In the video, and he probably got, hey, J Blood, he probably got his head, huh? Yes.
I mean, it
probably
wasn't overkill. Yeah, it was overkill.
It's too much, yo.
It was overkill. I can understand disciplining the dog and that's it. But when you went and got the chair and beat the dog with the chair and then put him in the cage and kicked him down the hill,
come on,
that's a little much. You know what I mean?
Vic got more time than
I
killers.
discipline my pit sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, he has a rebuttal? Okay.
I agree with OT. Bitter black woman.
Damn, there's no limit on whooping a dog's ass.
That is a BBW.
Y'all niggas ain't safe nowhere. We got something? Okay.
There's
a rebuttal.
He has a rebuttal? Do we see the rebuttal?
It'll be time. So just animal abuse, like, yo,
well,
you can't hit a dog with a chair. You
went overboard. Go get some fucking anger management or something like that, and you be all right. You know what I mean? Or get some sensitivity training. That's what I was told.
It's a bad look, image-wise.
Image. When you're worried about your fucking image, it's a bad look.
It's a bad look. Go get some sensitivity training.
You can't do shit on your time or you're going to be held accountable.
She said,
Boy, I'm
was
itching
sorry.
for that conversation with you guys.
He said, this is Torch. I definitely discipline my presser when needed. That dude, 150 pounds as a puppy. I'm not playing with him.
I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? Because when that nigga realizes his whole strength, you got problems. You got to let me know who's the boss. Now, your dog was attacking other animals, so obviously this wasn't the first time it fucking happened. It just didn't happen off the random. This animal, this dog or whatever it is, has been doing that, and you didn't discipline it. And now it's gotten out of hand, so now you want to take a chair and beat the dog with a chair and then put it in and kick. Nigga. That's some diabolical, premeditated shit. I'm going to put you in a cage, I'm going to drag you outside, and I'm going to roll you down the hill.
No, you can't do that. Like, I'm an animal lover. Like, I other day I almost had a heart attack because this squirrel who had it, he cleared it. He came back. He cleared across the street. I stopped for him and everything. He came back, and I was like,
you ran him over.
I had to. He ran under my tire. I was like, no, you had it.
I know what you mean when they run out there and then they stop and think you want to run back.
You see the tail stop like this, right? And I'm like, no, beep the horn, keep going. He turned back. I was like, you go.
Oh well. It's part of the eco life. That's part of life because now you feed the vultures and shit that need to eat. There you go. I'm just saying.
He said once piss tastes blood, they want to keep tasting it.
Facts. So
I'm scared of any dog right now. I got bit by a dog at the at the DMV volleyball tournament. Dodgeball tournament last year, and I'm triggered. Any dog, small ones. And I'm a dog lover, but I cannot. That dog bit me off the random, like jumped up on me, bit my whole, took a chunk out my thigh, and pushed me down. I was like, what happened? This dog had been there all day long, playing with kids and all that. Then here come my funky ass, and he come and take a bite out of my thigh. And then I went to my car because I cried it out. That shit hurt. This was a, what's the other one? Not a Presa Canarian, the other one. Cane Corso. This is a puppy at that. This dog is 12 months, but he was like 200 pounds. And I was like, I went to my car, I was like, yo, I'm thinking because he didn't tear my pants that my skin wasn't broken. I have so much video of that. But he came back again, trying to bite me again. Yo, I'm triggered.
All right, here we go. Here's the video of what happened. So there's a lot of cover-up, so just bear with it. So here's what's going on. So...
Oh.
Yo.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
WWE, the fucking the dog.
So here's his rebuttal of what happened.
Look, I know the footage. Yeah, everybody's seen. It looks crazy. Even me looking at it look crazy, but it's a moment in time which I wish I could take back. I came home, my dogs was attacking each other. I don't mean like the regular just play fighting. I mean like they was going for each other's necks, basically trying to kill each other.
Right.
I separate the dogs. Now, one of the dogs attacked me. What I did was open the garage door trying to de-escalate it, but I was nervous. I'm not going to tell you no lie.
You didn't want the dog to hurt you.
Exactly. I was nervous and I was scared. So at the end of the day, I was trying to back the dog down. I was honestly trying to scare him. And not one time was I trying to abuse this dog. All I was trying to do was get him back in his cage. And the way the video was set up is like, I'm not going to make no excuses for myself. I should have behaved better. But that's not me with being cruel to animals or anything like that. I'm not that, yo. What I did was a mistake, and that was just it.
Right, so that was your dog.
That was my dog.
Right.
And at the end of the day, people have to understand that was a moment. My dogs are perfectly well. Honestly, I gave one to my friend Chris, and the other one is completely fine. Both of them are completely healthy and fine.
Do you still have the dog that was in the situation? Did you give that dog away?
I gave one of the dogs away because, like I tell you, they couldn't be together. They was trying to kill each other. So I gave one of them away and I kept the other one and got it in disciplinary school, with dog school, I should say, where both of us going, and I was properly trained how to manage a dog. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to put it.
Wow. He went to TMZ. That's how you get it out.
Okay. I feel him, right? Of course, you have to say that. You have to go and be public and say that type of shit. You know what I mean? And you have to be there. I completely get that. You know what I mean? Now, you saying you're not that, you open the garage, listen, because I'm an asshole. Like, I listen to what you say and analyze your shit. You open the garage, first of all, that you was nowhere near the garage, but let's later for that, though. You open the garage, you got to get the dog out. And you say the dog bit you. All right, cool. Instantly when the dog bits me, I'm going to fuck this dog up. I'm a body slam the dog. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm a body slam that dog and beat that dog's ass right there and slam him in the cage. No, nigga, you took this dog out there and you was looking for, and the chair was out there, you grabbed the chair and you WWE the dog. You smacked down on that dog. You know what I mean?
And it seemed to me the threat was over because what he said was the dogs were doing this to each other. If you separate them,
only one dog out there.
The one that didn't do all that, that's the one that you take.
You know what I mean? So I'm not going to knock a person for having one bad moment or judge a person for one bad moment. And I think that's what society does. When a person has one bad moment or flies off the handle, you know what I mean? You act like you fuck. People act like they are better than everybody else and they don't have that happen to them. I think everybody here that's watching or anybody anywhere has had one moment in their life where they flew off the handle and they wish they could take it back. I think that's what happened here with him and he went a little far. You know what I mean? I'm not condoning his behavior. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? We've all been in that position where after you look back on it in hindsight, you're like, damn, I could have handled that situation better or differently. You know what I mean? But should we cancel him and judge him for that? Nah, man. You know what I mean? Because now you judging and saying that you better than that person, which you fucking clearly not. You know what I mean? Because you're not perfect. None of us are fucking perfect. But he made a mistake. You know what I mean? I get it. But then you guys have to deal with the fallout and the consequences behind it.
And I don't know if the consequences are like if getting fired was better than Peter coming after his ass. Like Peter is they
Animals have more rights than humans. Shit, wait a minute, let me rephrase that. Animals and white people have more rights than everybody. Prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Oh, and then follows up by the alphabet people. Later for that though. That's a whole nother conversation we're not ready to have. Pause. All right.
Sorry, Caesar. It looked bad.
It looked bad.
It's a bad look.
You know what I mean?
And
the punishment doesn't. The punishment doesn't equal. You know what I mean?
Fit the crime.
Yeah.
So let me tell you this, because I do want to. I agree with everything you said. Right. In this life, though, those mistakes have consequences.
Facts.
And he have to. That's what it is.
You know, I know. You know, I know, Kiki.
I do know you know.
I can't wait for the day so I can talk to this about it because I'm gonna blow your mind with some shit.
Can't wait for the day.
Oh, it's coming. All right, so.
Where's the niggas? Niggas nigga?
Niggas gonna nigga.
Niggas nigga?
Oh, niggas gonna nigga. Niggas can't help themselves but nigga. You know?
What? We ain't doing nothing else.
After siphoning $14,000 in gas from a Sitco MVA. You were MVA, you stupid ass motherfuckers. MVA. You know what I mean? 2 men finally got caught. They hacked into the gas station pumps and sold it online for cheap. They got caught because they were advertising on their personal social media pages.
Big dummies. Can you put that? Where's that thing? Big dummies. You put it on. Listen, they had to sell it.
You big dummy.
Yo, so you came up. Why don't I know these fucking people? Why don't I know these fucking type of people? Because nigga, what I just spent in gas in my truck over this weekend was
trifling. A felonious act against the law.
Over $200
against the law.
Almost $250.
Listen, I made life decisions on whether I was going to work. Because I work on 2 ends. Like, I live in Atlanta, but I work in fucking Marlow Heights. Like, that every day young. I was like, oh, my God, I can't fly there. There's no planes.
So these niggas was selling gas, and they sold up, what was it, $14,000. They made $14,000. You know what I mean? And you blasting this on social media. You dumb fuckers.
They say young people, though. You know, young people put everything on their social media.
You know they're going to fry you for that. They're gonna fry you, and you in Virginia too. Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Virginia's gonna put you underneath the jail. Like you're gonna have the same rights as Bill Cosby had.
Okay.
VA is serious.
All right, so this is some stupid shit. Hold.
What?
This always kills me with these statues that they have. Okay, so listen to this, y'all.
Okay.
A statue of Jesus was mysteriously leaking water from its feet. Okay. Worshippers began collecting the water and even drinking it, believing it will cure illnesses. Until a source revealed that the water was from a clogged toilet by a nearby home. So,
they thought it was.
they got toilet water. They got somebody's shitty water.
Dummy.
Yeah, you big dummy.
And there's a picture of it. There's a video of the thing licking from his feet. And I guess, I don't know. These people crazy. People crazy.
People crazy. All right.
How about the Florida couple that went on vacation and they left their house, $98 million mansion, and it was cool till they got wherever they was doing in their vacation time and looked on social media and it was a party in their house.
Here's some other dumb shit. Here's some other stupid news.
Did you see that?
What?
There was like someone broke in. This couple had a $98 million mansion. That's all over the news too. If you can find that opposite of black. The couple went on vacation, left their $98 million home and got to their vacation spot and was chilling, looking online, and their house was all over social media because it was some kids broke in it and had a party and posted this shit on social media.
That's some stupid shit there. You know what I mean? But then when you're young, you're not thinking. You're going to do some wild shit like that.
Everybody's on Facebook, people. Everybody's on social media. Everybody's online. So when you do something that is outrageous and everybody's sharing it, you dummies, you broke into their house. Really? That's the opposite of what they wanted. I'm sure they didn't want that.
They didn't want that heat, but they got the heat. Once your shit blew up like that, you was nowhere
So what's going to happen to the kids? And how? Oh, they had videos like us. We in there boxing and
all
shit.
Damages,
and all the black people, they had a boxing match in the middle of the living room. If they fucked
that house up, they're going to pay for all the damages. The family, the parents will be responsible. It's fucked up all the way around the board.
Torch said, I posted that too. Where the hell is that $98 million mansion?
So this bus driver, right, is charged with reckless endangerment after passing out behind the wheel because he ate edibles. Claiming he didn't know they were edibles, he just ate them.
That's the wave.
Wait. You didn't know they were edibles, you just ate them and passed out. Nigga, before you passed out.
Stay off the weed.
Before you did this, you ate the edible.
Duh.
You ate the edible and you driving. Nigga, you had to know you were high. Like, something's not right, nigga. I know if I eat edible, oh, here it comes. Oh, fuck. I'd have just pulled the bus over and be like, yo, fuck all y'all. Y'all got to get to your destination anyhow see fit.
So he got the edibles.
They charge him. Probably. You know what I mean? Okay, let's do this real quick because I want to get into this shit today. Top tier caucasity. The manager that was fired from his job for mistakenly selling gas for 69 cents. The gas station owner says it was the mistake costed the company $20,000. The manager with the good intentions felt bad, so that was his wife set up a GoFundMe page to pay the company back. Successfully raised that plus $24,000 to be exact. You know what I mean? Good shit, right? Nope. Company declined the money and all the donations had to be returned to the donors. I heard about this. Somehow or another, when you know they go out there and they be changing the numbers, he fucked up and put the decimal point somewhere else where it was supposed to be $6.90. He made it 69 cents. Nigga, and why can't this shit happen where I'm at?
It don't happen in Virginia. Don't happen. And here's the thing, though.
It did happen.
Listen, so here's the thing. It happened. He tried to rectify it. He raised the money. His wife set up a GoFundMe to try to help her husband because he got fired. Like, you think you fired me because of the money, right? Here's the money. I can get my job back. Nope. He said it wasn't about the money. The company said that it wasn't about the money. They returned the money to the donors. And did you know that in GoFundMe land, if the person that set it up does not accept it, you have to return it. So if I set something up for you and I put it in my name and I don't accept the donations or I don't give them to you, they GoFundMe would return it to the to people who donate the money. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
So a fast food working Euro.
That's right.
A fast food working Euro in Oklahoma was arrested at his job. Why, you may ask? Well, he was minding his business and put the drugs in the wrong container. Yeah, you heard it right. He was selling crystal meth, y'all. At his job, he would fill the customers' orders and slip it in with the food. Well, Johnny probably was high off his own shit when he fucked up the order. 4 words come to mind: do not pass go. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
So you know it's always somebody who's gonna bring it back and say, "Hey, I didn't order crystal meth with my cheeseburger."
I didn't even know they had that as a side.
You knew that was
When did this happen?
I ordered 2 orders of
What
crystal
happens if a
meth.
motherfucker went there and ordered got crystal meth, went home, got high, came back and said, ordered another one, and was like, I thought we were serving crystal meth with this shit.
No, I ordered 2. I only got 1.
Wow.
They fucked my order.
Wow. Big, that's some crazy shit. Y'all be doing some Caucasian shit. That's some Caucasian shit. Okay.
Did you know that single and in a relationship are just titles? If you don't respect them, your heart determines your true relationship status. Did you know that single and in a relationship are just titles if you don't respect them? Your heart determines your true relationship status.
That's true. I believe that. Oh, this.
Did you know
I didn't know that.
there's a sriracha shortage on the way?
Are you fucking serious?
I'm so serious, and I'm saddened by it.
Why?
You know I'm saddened by it. I put that shit on everything.
Okay.
They
Put the shit on
said
everything.
the weather is funny and it is messing with the chili production, possibly lasting throughout the entire summer. So you better load up because everybody else is on top of it. I'm on top of it. If anybody else is going to Costco or somewhere today and you want to buy me some sriracha, I'm with the shits. Please.
Okay. So did you know that since 1983, gay men, that's men who have sex with men, just for y'all that don't know,
Okay.
are not allowed to donate blood. Not even to their own family members. If this is violated, they will lose its FDA license, and it was a lifetime ban until 2015. Now, if you haven't engaged in homosexual activity in 90 days.
After 91st day, you can donate blood. So all this time, because what happened was...
I'm really trying to understand that one.
So listen, all this time where that came about was a gay couple son needed blood. And the dad was like, hey, that's my son. They was like, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. When last time you had sex, Playboy? He was like, yesterday. They was like, yeah, it's 90-day rule. Like, they would not let him do it. The son almost died, too.
Wow.
So it became something big
because
parents are gay.
Oh, okay. So does that go for lesbian women, too?
It does not.
Oh.
It does not.
Okay.
It goes for gay men who engage in gay sex or homosexual or same-sex activity.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
did you know that 14 or 15-year-olds that work at fast food places can only work fries if the basket raises and lowers itself automatically? Otherwise, it goes against the child labor law. This includes working the mixers and ovens. I did not know that.
If they have to do this and put it's against the law.
I did not know that. Oh.
It's against the law.
Unbelievable. Okay. Listen, because I need to touch this. P-Valley.
Again.
You motherfuckers is going to doing the raggedy ass most. And you're going overboard. You know what I mean? It's a fucking shame now. I'm sitting there. Now, I'm a guy. I'm sitting there, and I don't want to see another man put another man's dick in his mouth. You're going overboard. Now, the little female on female, the Mercedes and the old boy's wife situation.
Did they show him sucking the man dick? They showed it?
They showed him putting the I just walk away from the TV. My 15-year-old looks and was like, that's gay. I don't want to see that.
I'm considering not watching it anymore.
I really am. I think they're just trying to do the most with it. They don't know what the fuck they want to go. They started off with a great first season, and now it's like, what the fuck?
Pride Month. Come on, it's
So
Pride Month.
people were saying that the light-skinned dude, he just needed some act right. Like, it was too much. It was too much. I know. Now fuck turn away. You know what I mean? Why would you put that shit on TV like that? You're doing the fucking most. You're doing the fucking most. I know how Ty feels about the community. I love Ty. I'm not knocking that, but that's doing the fucking most, man.
I think if
that's
I
doing
wanted
really
to
a
see
lot.
that, I should be able to log into where they show that at. Like the same thing with sex shows, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to watch a sexy show or an above 18-year-old show, there's a place for that.
I agree.
I don't think you
and
should
the content
slide.
that they're showing on there should, especially when it comes to that regard, it needs to be someplace where appropriate audience can watch that shit. You know what I mean? Because any kid can turn that shit on and just watch it. Nigga, what the fuck? Nah,
So unless here's my unless they're depicting things that truly happen in those places. Like if men are really in there doing that and they trying to stay true to the form, then show it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing it, you're trying to pander to Pride Month or you're trying to add that in so you can broaden your audience, then shame on you. Shame on you.
we're going to get to that, Will Funk. Will Funk, you jumping the gun.
Said put the rubber in his mouth and all.
Yes!
Pride Month, flame on.
Really? Flame the fuck on. You know what I mean?
Tweety said, wait a minute. The hypocrites. They've been showing women on women for years. I don't like that either. I don't like it either.
I get it, and you're right to say that.
I don't like
you know
it
what I mean? But it may be hypocritical, but hey, society says women on women is accepted. It's more accepted than man on man.
I think because you ain't putting nothing in nothing with women. Well, you know, historically.
Historically. They had a whole women on women sex scene yesterday.
I don't.
You know what I mean? And that's it. I mean, I get it, but the sex scene with the man on man, that was just too much.
I think all of it. Like I don't want to see two women. I don't want to see that shit either. Like men love it. I'm very heterosexual. Very heterosexual.
And Kiva, I get it. Kiva said I don't want to watch woman on woman either. I respect that.
I'm extremely heterosexual.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be. You got to do something about it. I think the show is getting overrated, and a lot of people are saying I don't even think I want to watch this shit no more. You know what I mean?
Ty is ready, honey. She's like, oh my God, kids could see. Okay, kids are heterosexual sex when they shouldn't too. Mind your kids.
Ty, you're reaching now, Ty. But yet again, here we go with the reaching this morning. When it comes to this topic, Ty is going to go the extra fucking mile. She's going to go 10 miles out the way just to keep it.
We should put a segment here called Ty's Gonna Tie.
Ty's Gonna Tie. Watch Ty throughout the week, and Ty is going to tie.
Watch me tie. Oh, Ty yesterday.
She did?
Ty.
Ty has been on some shit this past week, these last couple of days. Ty's been on some shit. Now, some of the shit she's been on, I'm like, okay, I seen people go and make a post on their page about Ty.
Ty said, this is where I found out that Ty, because it's 10 o'clock now.
No, Ty, you're doing the most right now.
This is what I saw when Ty said, and this person quoted her and put all that.
You saw it, right?
Yes. And matter of fact, he said all men should be put on mandatory child support or something. Was it something?
Yeah, something in that regard. Why?
This is in regards to, I think, the abortion something. I think that's what she. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it because I see Will Funk brought it up. Everybody else brought it up.
Let's get to it.
All right, so you know the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade.
Let's talk.
Surprisingly, Virginia's like, we're going to keep you letting y'all get abortions. We don't own the rights to your body. Virginia said this.
New York said the same thing.
It boils down to the state that you're in that has control. Now, if you didn't see this coming from when Trump was in office and the way he was stacking the fucking deck, you know what I mean? You should have saw this. That's why your vote matters. That's why getting out voting matters. Because if you don't, they having a fucking agenda. You know what I mean? And they carry it out. What's the next one? Be careful that they don't come back. What was the one? My wife put it Brown versus something.
Brown versus
Yes, Brown board of vacation. Yeah. Don't be surprised if they try to come for that next.
Well, listen, because
just saying,
the people that are having all this power, y'all let them get in there. Y'all let them get in there. You have the local stuff where people just sit at home and watch, and they ain't really. We had this whole talk. OT was talking about it. We talked about this last year.
OT was very vocal, and he told you, he loved the decision. He told you that. He was very vocal, and he told you why. You know what I mean? He helped break down some shit to help you understand. But some people don't want to hear why. They just are mad at him because of He liked the decision.
So let me ask you. So we're going to lead up to that. We're going to have
Okay.
Mr. OT call in.
I'm gonna have. We definitely give us a minute, OT. We're gonna have you call in.
Because behind them overturning it, certain things have taken place. The abortion clinics are moving their appointments up so everybody can get in and get before their state decides whatever it decides. New clinics are opening up in states like New York that don't intend on changing their abortion laws. Conversely, other clinics are buying office equipment from the clinics that have closed in their states so that don't support abortion. Are we celebrating or are we mourning the loss or the overturning of Roe versus Wade? Are we mourning or celebrating? And that's for anybody to answer. Anybody can call us. The new number is 301-637-6900.
The other side of black.
Come on, the opposite of black.
The opposite of black.
This decision is
You want water?
it's the most ridiculous overturning decision I ever made. The unfortunate thing, I believe, is Congress not passing a law to solidify it. I mean, you left it in limbo, in a sense, to the point where you left it in the limbo in the situation to where it became vulnerable in this situation for the last 20 so years, where you keep saying it's like, well, it could turn, will it not, blah blah blah, pro-life versus pro-choice and all that stuff. No, it's not being celebrated. It is the sense of fact that it's the people who are the things that are being done here those people are trying to defend it and trying to prepare for a situation where they know full well it's going to happen. And I feel like, it makes no sense to any of this. And especially when a lot of women, and let's put it this way, you really have to ask this question to a lot of women who are Republicans and who support, quote unquote, support this decision. Are you prepared for what's to come? That's you have to ask, because of the fact that you wanted this, you have this now. Now what? That's the question, is like, so what are you prepared for this? Are you ready for what may come? Are you ready? I mean, as much as everyone talks about how great the Handmaid's Tale is, are you prepared for that?
Oh, Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale, yeah. Handmade.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good
Yeah, it's
job.
handmade. This is all handmade because it technically because man made this bullshit, and it honestly they as much as I part of the white the non-black whatever scenario, but the full thing is this is a decision where it's like you're affecting half of your gender population.
So let me ask you, when you hear when you hear this, go ahead and call us OT 637-6900.
Hold on. Wait, Kiki. I got something to say.
When you hear this, what immediately comes to your brain when you hear, oh my God, when you saw the news, what's your first thought? Like
My initial first thought?
Yes, effect.
My first was like, are you fucking kidding me? That was, I kid you not.
You knew
Are
it was coming.
Literally.
I wouldn't say I knew you. It's more than you knew was coming. It's just like the question was when, and then when it happened, it came like that in a snap. And it's just like, because weeks prior there was the initial, like, someone leaked out the possibility of it, talking about it.
Okay, so here's the problem, because besides Roe versus Wade was overturned, I forgot the other one that they overturned. It says that cops don't have to read you their Miranda rights no more. There's nothing you can do.
Miranda. That's bullshit.
It's overturned, so they don't have to anymore.
This is everywhere.
This is everywhere.
Nationwide.
Now, let's talk about Roe versus Wade. It's a woman's, I believe it's a woman's right. It's their body to do what you want to do. Okay, they overturned it, and there's no more. They're telling you can't get abortions. These are red states. The red states is going to implement this law for you. You know what I mean? It's not going to change the fact a woman's going to travel her ass off to go get fucking abortion somewhere else. Two, hey, if you don't want to have a baby, have protected sex.
Okay.
Before
we get there. Before we get there.
Hold on.
Before we get there.
The fuck?
Yeah. let's back up some.
But here's what. No, but
Because
before I
a
back
lot
up,
of
hold on,
people-
Kiki. Before I
okay,
cut you,
okay.
before I back up, here's what's fucked up. Here's what's fucked up about it. Because if a woman gets raped and gets pregnant, that means she's got to have that baby. Now that part.
No, it does not.
What the fuck it does not? If you live in this state and you have no means to you get raped and you get pregnant, that means you have no means to travel again. You have to have this fucking baby.
So you think them overturning this is a bad thing?
Yes. I mean, honestly,
It doesn't affect me.
There is a
Definitely don't affect me.
It don't affect me. We're at the stage where it doesn't affect us anymore.
But-
no, honestly,
I think that
you've lost when it starts from here. I mean, 50 years. I mean, surprisingly enough, the day before. There's a call here, just to let you all know. The day before,
hold on, caller.
they were celebrating Title IX, to where girls and women can have on equal footing to play sports. The day before, and then the next day, you have this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like you try to celebrate women one day, and the next you pretty much demolish them. And I feel like, I mean, I commend all those women going out there, and pretty much the men who support those women going out there the next day, trying to yell what they need to yell at, because this is like, honestly, this country. I remember someone saying this is how, on another radio show, saying this is a hypocrisy nation. How you can have one thing, celebrate one thing, and kill out another.
Okay.
You must be Gemini's. Caller, who we talking to?
OT, come on, talk to me. I know it's OT. I know it's OT.
We talking today.
Who we talking to?
This OT, what's going on, everybody?
Morning, OT. Morning, brother. What's happening?
Hey, good morning. Thanks for letting me in.
Thanks for calling.
I just want to start off by saying we are so misinformed and so uneducated as it pertains to politics, right? We can sound good, but let's just deal with the facts here. In civic class, they taught us that there was a federal system and there was a state system.
Yes.
They taught us that the state had its own prerogative to run the state how it chooses.
Yes.
Medical, health care,
Yes.
police, education, all of those things are state issues, okay?
Yes.
The federal government has no business butting in on the state's sovereignty. It's two different constitutions. That's number one.
Yep.
Number two, the decision does not ban abortions.
It doesn't.
The decision simply says we are going to leave it up to the states to decide how they want to deal with the procedure called abortion.
Yep.
Why are we mad at that? I feel like Big Brother is in our business too much. They want to, I don't want to jump off subject, but they want to control gun control.
Yeah.
They want to do this. They want to do that. It should be left up to each individual state
Correct.
to decide how its constituents of that state wants to live and reside in that state.
Yes,
that
it
is
is.
what our Constitution is based on. One more thing. This tells us that we need to get up off our ass
Yes.
and get involved in who we elect to represent us on the state level as well as the federal level. So if you are pissed off, then that means you need to get up off your ass, get involved, and get the people in office that you feel represents your best interest. I love the decision.
That's right.
The federal government has no business butting in state decisions.
That is very true.
Oh,
that is very true. That is very true. That's why I was asking, like, why people look at it is a bad thing.
Here's why it's a bad thing.
Here's why.
So
Uh-oh.
Here's the why
come
the
on,
bad thing.
Come on, the opposite of black.
As long as there are, as much as what he's saying is true,
Okay.
you do need to get involved. This year, it's as much as no one likes to vote around the off year of election. They always want to vote during the presidential because that's
Right.
everyone who sees and they know. This time of the year is more critical.
Yeah.
You vote for your mayors, you vote for your council members, city and county or whatever. You vote for your governors because those people talk to the states and congressmen of the federal level. The problem is, as much as, I understand it's like, you seem like it's a problem, but here's where the problem is. Majority of the country, like you said, the red states, okay,
Yeah.
have more of the problems than a lot of people would think. The Bible Belt areas, from Texas to Florida, those southern states. Those are financially unstable.
Strap.
And a majority where you have darker skinned people living there. Those are the ones that are fully affected. And when you have a governor like Governor Abbott from Texas, or someone, DeSantis from Florida and all that stuff, who pretty much, right from the jump started all this bullshit, yeah, it's a problem. And you can't have a difficult time trying to get them out because they keep changing the game down there. So that's the real problem. So that's why a lot of people say, hold on, I heard you. Hold on. The real problem is as long as they continue on changing, jurisdictions and voting repressions and all that stuff, constantly disallowing a lot of people who have the right to vote not voting, you're not going to get these people out. That's the problem. And until, as much as we keep saying the federal government shouldn't be involved in whatever the rest of the state is, keep in mind, this is like when your local people keep talking to the federal people saying, hey, we need funding for this, then some of those fundings, like Planned Parenthood, it will be demolished because of the fact that they're getting demolished. Oh. Demolished. I didn't create a word. I create words. As you see the money getting reprieved from that, you're having problems here. And that's why that's why we keep going through this stupid cycle of we try to progress forward, but we get pulled back because there's people here who want to live in the 1950s.
Come on, OT.
Just let me know when I can speak.
Yes, sir.
Funny about Planned Parenthood, they was created to control black population, but we'll get off that. So what I'm trying to understand here is that we're not respecting the sovereignty of each state. I know that if I move to Texas, right, I know Texas is a red state.
Yep.
I would be moving to Texas because I want to be a part of the culture of Texas. I want to be able to open carry. I want to have no taxes. I want to do this. I want to do that. So that's a decision that people need to make based on what benefits them, right? So I guess what I'm saying is, if you know that your state wants to put heavy restrictions on abortions, you have every right in the world to do several things. You can move from that state, or you can make sure that you're not out here giving up the box to anybody with no goddamn protection. Where's the self accountability in any of our actions? Any of our actions. Yep. The law is the law. It's simple and clear. The federal government has no business in state affairs, no matter if it's a red state, if it's a blue state. It's just simple and clear. The Supreme Court did a great job in establishing and upholding the principle of separating the federal government from the state government. That's what the issue boils down to. It doesn't boil down to if you're black and you can't afford it. It doesn't boil down to you're trying to control a woman's body. It boils down to the law and the Constitution.
Then why is it you have certain states like Texas, because they're the perfect example right now, having dialogue stating in fact, even if you're raped, that you can't get this. So that's the point where a lot of people have problem with. Dealing with.
Can I rebut? Let me know when I can rebut.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead, rebut, OT.
Well, it goes back to the state's prerogative, the state constitution. If those legislators in the state come together and they vote in a majority that's what their laws or their state is going to be, whether we agree with it or not. I don't agree that felons shouldn't have guns, but guess what? Felons can't have guns. Mm-hmm. I have to live with that, right? Because my legislators made that the law. Yeah. So if the legislators of that state says we would not have abortions in our state, it's up to the people, my God, the people of that state to rise up and say, you know what? Your ass is getting the fuck out of here.
Facts.
Unless they agree with that decision. If the people agree with it, then my God, there would be no abortions in Texas.
But here's the thing.
That is great about our system, whether we agree with it or not. It is the system of the people.
Well, here's the thing. The people did not fully agree with this. That's the one thing that a lot of people are forgetting.
Enough people did,
No. The only people who fully agree with is those who created it and those who wrote it.
People, so
What I'm saying. Let's say this: the real people I'm talking about is the people who voted these quote unquote people into these offices to create that mess. That's what I'm saying. They were never given the proper option to say, "Hey, do we agree with this or not?" You were never given the opportunity to say, because the way I see it is like,
how was it written? It probably was. I'm sure the option was there.
No,
sure.
I doubt it.
Not at all.
If you think of it, because normally it's like, if you're where I'm living, they always say, hey, we have this, whatever law, whatever ruling based off of, again, locally, they say, hey, do you fully agree to this? This is what we're doing. Yay or nay? And it's during around this time frame. There'll be some type of
pamphlets or start coming out with.
Yeah.
I get those.
OT, can we get to another call and you can call us back, bro? We got another caller. I want to see what she got to say.
Yeah, she'll be calling back soon. So.
Oh, you have to wait.
Yeah, she'll call back quickly. But
okay, call back.
Yeah. So, but the point is like, at least you're giving us the opportunity to say yay or nay on this.
Yeah.
I doubt any of those people in Texas or anybody else in any red state we're given the opportunity chance to say yay or nay on this type of situation, because pretty much it just bullied right through it and say, hey, we're doing this. So really, that's where I feel like that's where it's gone through.
Are you guessing this?
No, I'm not guessing this. This is not, because it makes no sense for saying, hey, we're doing this regardless of what everyone else says, because and never given the
Virginia do that all day. Pennsylvania do that all day.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're not giving,
when you move to those places, I would never.
Commonwealth states.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
there's the difference.
But I would never, knowing what I know, like I would never move to Virginia. They would have to. It would have to be some case. I'd be a head case or a vegetable like somebody.
Why?
I would never.
Why? What is it about the Virginia that you don't care about?
I think Virginia is a racist state. I think that I don't know what
which
benefits,
part of Virginia
I don't
you
think,
go to.
I don't know.
that place
I don't know the benefits of Virginia. Like they just do their own thing, and it burnt me bad when I got a ticket out there, and the ticket was $600. Like they burnt me with that shit.
When
and I went to court, and when I went to court, how they treated me in court,
this is terrible.
I'm not saying.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm not saying that I plan to ever go back to jail. I mean to jail, to court or all that. But that one time just did it. Like these people do what
you calling us or what?
They want to do with you, and I cannot leave my pants down like that and let you just do what you need to do.
Okay. I live in Virginia. I've always lived in Virginia. I've lived in Virginia since I came from New York and moved down here. Is it certain? It depends on which area you're in, where they will fuck with you more. It depends on that demographic, the area where you at. That demographic is a big part. You know what I mean? If you live in Hypo Valley off of Route 1, y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. 2511 Parkers Lane is no game. They will harass the fuck out of you. They harass the fuck out of me until I decide to leave from there. Fairfax County will fuck you up.
Alexandria will get you.
It's all part of it, but all part of Fairfax County. You know what I mean? It's not. It is not a game. Alexandria's on some shit, but it will. You know what I mean? Now I moved to Prince William County, and I've been smooth rails. Prince William County and Stafford County, I got no problems. You know what I mean? They don't even fuck with me no more. But, you move around in Virginia. Like, if you get in Emporia, everybody and their mama knows if you go to Emporia, you slow your ass down. If you want to race through Emporia, they're going to nail your fucking ass against the wall.
Guess how I know.
Period.
You don't do it.
I've been hit. You know what I mean? Ty, I need you to call back.
I'm telling her, niggers, call back.
You know what I mean? But PJ's right. Virginia is a huge fucking state.
It is.
Northern Virginia is where, you know what I mean, you got to be mindful at. Certain parts of Northern Virginia, you can get fucked
Virginia.
up at.
Just fuck Virginia.
You know what
I think that when I see the blue
I'm
light,
leaving in 3 years.
I'm automatically, when I see the blue, I'm automatically feeling like they are redneck Bamas. Like you treat me.
Okay, so when you see a state trooper pull up on you, you think he's a redneck Bama?
All day.
I've come across a lot of state troopers.
Even
the black ones.
The
Now,
black
I'm going
ones
to
are
say that.
redneck Bamas.
The black ones are the worst. Now, I've come across some cool motherfucking state troopers out there, you know what I mean? On bike, fucking doing what I ain't supposed to be doing. The nigga pulled me over, and I stopped, right? And I stopped because you don't run in Virginia. You do not run in Virginia. You just stop. If you're leaving out of Virginia and you run, go for it. If you're in Virginia, you stop. And I stopped, and the cop was cool with me. He was like, yo, I get it. You know what I mean? You're just trying to stretch your legs a
Oh,
little bit.
Moet trying to call too. You got a caller waiting?
You got a call. You got somebody on line. Lines are wide open, y'all.
301-637-6900. Caroline County too. I got caught up in Caroline County trying to chill. Well, not really, but trying to do me.
Well, let's get back. Like you said. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
Commonwealth of Virginia is not for the blacks.
Let's get back to the topic at hand. The topic at hand is Roe versus Wade.
Ty, come on.
And come on, Ty. We're going to Moet. Come on. One of y'all come on. I want to hear what y'all got to say because, at the end of the day, put yourself, if you put yourself in these situations, you know what I mean? You're going to be fucked up. So stop fucking niggas with no condoms. You know what I mean? Stop intentionally trying to get pregnant. You know what I mean? I only want, caller, who we talking to?
It's Ty.
What's up, Ty? We're going to have a whole segment on your ass. Ty being Ty.
Watch.
Come on.
Hey.
Good morning.
I'm not going to argue the decision. I do agree with OT when he said we got to get out of here and vote. So I do agree with that. But here's my question. If abortion is illegal in some states at 6 weeks, what is the future of women who struggle to reproduce and carry babies to term who may need IVF treatments and have to freeze embryos? And the reason I ask that is because embryos are disposed of all the time. And if a fetus has the same rights as a person, you can't put a person in a hostile environment, which would be the woman's uterus, because most of those embryos are going to die. Mm-hmm. So what does that say for women like me, 34, 35 plus, who have medical conditions, who can't carry babies to term or have a hard time getting pregnant? If there's no abortion, then IVF can be next on the chopping block. And that's a big concern for me. And I don't think people are thinking about that because they're so busy looking at abortion being used as birth control. Mm-hmm. But they're not thinking about the women who actually need help getting pregnant. Mm-hmm. And those embryos are disposed of all the time.
But what does that have to do with the Roe versus Wade, Ty?
I guess she's stating that that's probably next on the to be endangered. Is that correct?
Because if you can't get an abortion, and they're saying I don't know if y'all been watching the news as heavy as I have.
Yes, ma'am.
But they're trying to say that fetuses are people.
Yes.
Like it's a person, and they should have every right as living, breathing, walking people. Okay, how can we put embryos in a hostile environment? You can't put a person in a hostile environment, which would be a uterus of a woman who cannot carry a child. Most women who go through IVF have miscarriages.
Yep.
Several miscarriages before they successfully carry a child. If abortion is illegal and fetuses are people, what does that say for those needing IVF? So
you thinking that they're next? They're going to be on this list next for IVFs?
It has to be. You're freezing embryos, and you're putting embryos into a uterus that
may or may not
most likely going to kill that person.
That may or may not. Right. Well, that's pregnancy anyway. I've had a couple miscarriages. That's pregnancy.
We got
another
pregnancy.
Okay. Period. That's a good thing for me to think about. I'm gonna think about that, Ty. I'm gonna think about that.
Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere, baby. We got another caller.
I'm gonna think about that.
You gonna think about it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it some thought. Ty, I'm gonna kiki on your page.
Got another caller?
I'm gonna kiki on Ty page.
Caller?
Moet.
Who we talking? Moet. What up, homie?
What up, homie?
All right, what's on your mind?
Talk to us.
See, this situation hits close to home. And everything that OT says, I understand. Truth and be told. Okay. I live in Falls Church, city of Falls Church in Fairfax County.
Oh, God, I know where you at. But Lord,
understand,
help you. Lord.
I can go and picket and fight and fight and fight, but most of these people are old people. They don't give a fuck about Roe versus Wade. They're not having kids. That's the thing about the situation. And then I don't want to move out of a state that's benefiting my children as far as education and things of that nature. Near here, they're there. But at the end of the day, you're going to tell me that I planned a pregnancy, worked so hard for this pregnancy to have this baby, and then they're going to tell me down the line in my ultrasound, well, this baby has this, and that. And you're going to tell me that I don't have a choice to abort the child, to let the child suffer. The only reason why I say that, because I've been in that situation. Had the baby, carried it to term. Baby was in the hospital for 9 months. Surgery after surgery, pick here, pick there, pick everywhere, and ended up leaving this earth. So why
Sorry.
don't I get the opportunity to save that child from all the suffering instead of going through what it went through? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with OT on that point of saying, you know, get out there and vote, but move. Why should I move from a place that's beneficiary to me? But again, why should I have a child that's going to suffer at the end of the day? Help me understand.
So how do you say that without, because somebody else brought it up too. Like, and it's not as simple as protect yourself or be, you get on birth control. It's not as simple as that, but it is as simple as that. And some
right,
certain,
but you see,
I understand, because it's hard. It's hard for me because I am a woman, and I've been through several of those situations. I've been through those situations where I've lost a kid, or I got a pregnancy I'm just saying that I didn't want, but I didn't plan for, and I had the option. The option was to go to the store and take care of that. You understand that the option was there, so it's hard. This is a hard thing for me. But understanding one thing: if your state say nah, then you got decisions to make. Like it is what it is.
Some people say,
and that shit fucked up. It is what it is. And honestly, people have been going out of state for abortions a long time because people don't want people in their business. I'm from Flint, Michigan, which is big as DC. And if you in Flint, Michigan, and I'm gonna put my sister business out because I got a lot of them. And you don't know which one I'm talking about. But one of my sisters had to go out of state to get an abortion because our family is known. And everybody knows, so they had to leave that area to go to someplace else. So, and that it wasn't because Michigan didn't allow abortions, but of course you walk in an abortion clinic and you're there, you're there, you're there, you're there. We know everybody. There's your business. So people have been doing it for a long time. I'm gonna parallel this real quick, Mo. At my job, I work in a hospital. We have a nurse and administrative nurse and supervisor that's over the house. Y'all got it? On my unit, I have my team lead, which is my charge nurse, who covers all of us on the floor all night until the next morning when my manager or the director of the floor comes in and she sits in her spot. Now, I've been working in this hospital for a long time, and back in the day, our administrative nurse and supervisor was just overseeing shit. Like if something bad happened and we came into a code or something beyond what the state level, which is my floor, could do, we would involve her. Right now, my manager came up and said, no, you don't involve her into what we're doing on our floor. That's our floor's business. We decide how we run our shit at night. She's just the overseer. So when this thing came up, that's how I looked at it. Yeah. I looked at it like, yo, when we need you, federal government, we gonna holler at you. But we handling business stateside.
But that's what OT just said.
Right.
Though.
And that's why I'm saying, that's why I agree with it, because I experienced it, but I experienced it in another way. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get it, and I understand it totally. But it's like, I understand at that level of what's going on. But when you sit there and look at the situation, like, why should I fight so hard for a place that's not going to change? But then again, why should I move somewhere else where they give you that opportunity, but the place is some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's totally the worst thing since sliced bread. I've been there. I've came from Nevada all the way here. Nevada is straight up, you know what, you do what you want to do. This is a state of do what you want to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what, go have abortions, go have fun, do what you want to do. But Falls Church is like totally different. They're like, no, bro, you know what I'm saying? And in that sense of, it has to be something, you have to come together as a team. I mean, I understand it, but it's just, don't take my decision away to have an abortion when I know that it's going to be a devastating outcome. Period. Point blank, period.
Thank you, Benji.
I mean, I wanted to win. I'm going to bite into what Ty said, but
thank
go ahead.
You, Mo,
go ahead, the opposite.
Appreciate.
Like, that last comment Ty made, I want to get.
I got that. You wanna respond to her? Okay. Thank you, Mo.
Caller, who you talking to?
This is Will Funk.
What up, Will? Funk. What happened?
Stir the pot, baby. Stir it up.
Drop it on.
Okay, I'm about to stir the fuck out this pot real quick. OT had an excellent point. The point was that people need to get out and vote.
Yes.
That's only applicable when the voting process is fair. When these Republicans who are in office almost lose in a district, they change the district. Okay, so the voting process sounds great, but when the people who have a hold, your McConnell, the school in South Carolina, are changing the districts to ensure that they don't lose, the voting process becomes some bullshit. Okay? Next thing, Planned Parenthood was created to control the black population. However, 60% of all abortions are white people, meaning the other 40% is spread out among the rest of the races and nationality. Okay, so it backfired on their ass. Okay, they don't care. You have it's strictly this Roe versus Wade reversal is strictly to protect the white population, to ensure that they remain a majority here in the United States. That's
But
we just had a representative bring that shit up.
Let me stick my hand in there and respectfully interject something. While you on that, who you think is getting most of the abortions though?
White people.
Of course, 60% of white people are 60% white people are having abortions. The other ones are minorities. Not blacks are the lowest. I'm talking about minorities, meaning Latin and blah blah blah. Blacks are the lowest.
Exactly. So whose lives are they trying to protect?
It's at this point we don't know.
No, we know. Look, come on, man. We heard what the rep just said. The representative, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
She just literally publicly got on stage next to Donald Trump and thanked him for protecting white lives.
Yeah.
She said it publicly.
Yeah.
Of course, she tried to say, "Oh, that's not what I meant." Oh,
that's what the fuck you said.
They're crying. They want to create new mountains of Caucasus.
No, they do. They prefer the land to stay at white man land.
Yes, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
So
they want to stay in power because they think that if they're not in power, that we're going to treat them like they treated us.
But
that's not our nature. That's their nature.
But Will, here's the thing: while we so busy breeding basketball players, while we so busy breeding football players and shit, breed some council members, breed some people to get into politics.
Yep.
Because guess what? My doctor brought his son and daughter up to take over his practices. That company, and my doctor is a Euro. He's white, and his kids are in there because that's what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
They breed their kids to take over. So if you look at the congressman, the oldest congressman ever, I'm sure this bloodline running through that position.
I hear you. That sounds totally logical when you control the education system. When you control what's taught, you control the priority. Kids aren't taught to start a business. They're not taught to be entrepreneurs. The kids are taught to get a job.
Whose fault is that?
Someone.
And whose fault is that? Come on.
That's those people who control the education system.
On what level? Come on.
Period.
Okay.
On all levels. Let's be for real. On all levels. There are certain cities where they have special schools where you can go to this school and based on skills or whatever. We're not teaching these kids this. So that all goes with still voting, which also goes up to the federal level. Listen, that also goes up to federal protection. You see what I'm saying? When the states control what they're teaching our kids, Texas wanting to do stuff, wanting to hide stuff, wanting to reword stuff, the truth is out there. People are misinformed. That's why when people come from certain states and go to other states, the education that you learn is so totally different. And it shouldn't be. We should all be learning one thing, the truth. Period. Okay, but they're trying to hide that. I mean, they don't want their
good job of the truth.
They don't want anyone to see Big Mama in there laughing, laughing about the black man getting hung or burned or whatever. They don't want to see that. But that's the truth. Okay. They're trying to hide that. That's done at the state level more so than any level whatsoever. So the federal protection are there to keep it even coast to coast. That's why the feds get involved in politics. Okay? That's the only reason why the feds get involved in politics on that level. It all depends on who's in office. If you have a Democrat in office, they're going to try to make it more fair, more even. Then the Republicans are going to get in office and try to make it harder. But the Republicans, I got to get into it, they're more hardcore. They're simply more hardcore. They don't give a shit.
Okay.
They don't care. You know, Mitch McConnell don't give a fuck if you like him or not. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help my white folks. Period. Look, I'm at work. I gotta go. I
We
just
hear
need
you.
to say my
Oh, yeah,
piece.
yeah,
I love y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Thank
Thank you. Go somewhere to go nowhere. We
Well.
appreciate your comments. Again,
You might as well throw the bat signal out there, but let opposite of black
come
go
on,
first.
opposite of black.
Bat signal is out there.
Okay. All right. I agree what the last caller said. I feel like the federal level is needed because it blankets everything. Because when you have multiple states doing different things of the same problem, it's best to sort of like cover it to just like, okay, either we don't have it altogether or we'll have it and allow, quote unquote, allow like what we're doing now, allow the states to do what they want to do. This should have been left blanket all across. It's like, hey, it's a choice. Leave it like this, you know, that we will allow it, you know, in a federal aspect, we will allow it. Because that way we wouldn't have these problems, we wouldn't have these confusions, we won't have everyone angry and all that stuff. And again, but still allow, if the state doesn't want to have this, that's fine. But still, again, it's like it should be given an option to everyone there. You know, you want to provide choices for people to have. If you eliminate one of those options, then you're left with, okay, a last resort option. I have to leave. So like was said earlier, is like, why do I want to leave a state where it benefits me one way, but not in another? Again, that's the hypocrisy of this scenario.
You think that the states are going to totally encompass everything that you need? You think any state?
Not every state does that.
Any state does that, and for real.
But it should, but not every state does.
It should. But at the time that you move to a place, say for instance, you move to a place and you're not childbearing, and all of a sudden you're childbearing, and then now this thing comes up, and now this affects you, but. And then your kids come to term, and the school system is dope, like Moet said, and you're still childbearing. And this is not Moet's plight, but say for instance, she goes on to get pregnant, doesn't take advantage of her options, which are to use a condom, to make this man blah blah blah, to take birth control. Hear me out. Take birth control pills, or go to the store and get your Plan B within 72 hours. Right? Say for instance, all of those things fail her. Right? Because let's talk about Plan B.
Yeah.
So all those things failed her, and now she's in a predicament where she is now pregnant. How many chances did Shorty have?
Initially, one. The first one. Wear a condom. But case in point, with this in mind, the Roe versus Wade, there are possibly now other options of pulling out Plan B, pulling away condoms, pulling away this, whatever.
That's crazy.
It seems crazy, but there is still those those possibilities. Those are the things you have to. Like I said, it's like, what is your end game for starting this? That is the real question. And we have a caller.
I think that's extreme.
It seems extreme. This was extreme from the moment
no, it wasn't. Roe return to Roe versus Wade was extreme to you.
It's a start of something
I can see where you're going with that, but I
here's what another caller says.
Okay.
Caller, who we talking to?
Hey, this Batman.
Welcome, Batman.
Talk to us.
Talk to us, brother. Talk to us.
You know, what I have to say is totally off topic.
Of course, no.
No, it's not off topic. It's not off topic. My political answer, I totally 100% agree with what OT said.
Yes.
I share his political philosophy because it's on point and it's factual. It's not just emotions, it's actual facts and laws behind what he is saying. But I'm going to come from this angle, right? With black people, no political process is going to bring any type of healing or restoration for us as a people. So we can get scared, we can become nervous, we can become cautious, or even delusional about these things that's happening with politics and stuff in America. You feel what I'm saying? because we are in modern day Egypt, and we are the Hebrew people, and the politicians are the Egyptians. They're the slave masters. So my point is simply this. When it comes to stuff like abortion and all that stuff, we can argue that stuff until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. But the answer for black people, in my humble 2-cent opinion, the answer for black people is going back to living to the best of our ability a moral and righteous existence. Does that make sense?
Continue.
Really? You got that frustrated look on your face.
Because I'm trying to grasp. I'm trying to find out where he's going with this, and I ain't got it just yet. So continue before I answer if that makes sense to me or not. You know how I operate.
Where I'm going with it, while I'm trying to sound politically correct.
Yeah.
And shit is if we just live right, if we live right, if we get married, if we have more focus on how we are living and dealing with one another when it comes to creating babies, if we get back to the mentality that we have to restore the black family in order to restore the black community.
Okay.
If we come from those original postures,
yes,
then my 2-cent belief is that the God of creation will back us. Politics and stuff is not going to do it for black people. It's not gonna bring us back into our place of power. I believe it has to be a God thing, not a perfect thing where niggas got to be spotless, but we have to get back to some sense of morality.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Okay. That's where I'm coming from.
Here comes the opposite of black.
Opposite of black. Got something to say.
As much as I would like to agree with you, this is the other problem a lot of people are dealing with. Church and state. It should have been separate. It needs to be separate. And this is the other part of why Roe versus Wade is right now reversed, because of the church. It has no bearing on this. And we've seen it, as much as you like to use historical facts on this. The church has always fucked up politics. Always. You go way back, way back. Because of the fact that they feel like gods and Jesus or whomever you pray to has some bearing on what needs to be said throughout society. And it shouldn't. It should be just there to help. It's supposed to help, to in some form of need and aspect, not to dictate how your life should be. And that's one of the problems with this, is that the church got fully involved in here and pretty much, just decimated this entire situation.
And they got involved under the guise of what? Because it's the guys, you know that. Like,
because when you have you pretty much is like with most of these politicians, they always say I'm a God-fearing man. It's just like I believe in Jesus and all that stuff. And to the point where they claim they go to church, we still haven't seen Donald Trump in a church whatsoever.
He was outside of it.
He had the Bible.
Well, see, that takes it back. Yeah. That takes it back to the political perspective.
Yeah,
I didn't say church. Because when you add the church in it, that's when it becomes political
church, religion,
again.
Whatever. They have it. Like I said, church and state do not mix, and that's how it got mixed up.
I'm not saying the church. That's why I said morality. Now, of course, my particular individual belief is what it is, and I think everybody that knows me kind of has an understanding of what my personal belief is. But people are universal. So what I'm saying is not church and state, because that transforms it back into another political argument. Yeah. And those arguments can go on forever. Civil rights. We had laws passed for civil rights, and we still getting bent over by white folk. So what I'm saying is spiritually, if I can use that, that's a commonly accepted thing now.
Okay.
if we get more spiritual. That's the only thing that's going to help black folk. Laws and legislation and stuff, of course, we need that because we live here. However, ultimately, it is our spiritual understanding and getting back to those basic family-oriented intentions that's going to cause us to win. These politicians, we are never going to win by these gatekeepers and politicians. That's my point. I'm not saying church and state. Batman out.
It is. All right, people. You want to rebut that?
Yeah,
You have something to say?
Of course he does. I'm
No. I feel it's like I said what I said. He said what he said. I'll leave it at that.
Respect. OT though, you got a quick minute. OT, you say you disagree with Batman. Come on, OT, you got a quick minute.
Come on. You got to call us 301-637-6900 real quick. Let's end it on this.
See, Ty, boy, she said God killed his only son. We can't kill ours. Damn, Ty, you on some?
Oh no,
Ty, yo, scrolling back up, she had said something earlier that
stop using abortions and stuff as birth control. That's one.
She said men spend all day thinking about sex. Yet we should keep our legs closed. We should give y'all exactly what y'all asked for. Y'all don't think about fucking sex all day?
I do.
Y'all think about sex all day. Y'all want it just as much as men. Come on, Ty. You got to do better than that.
I'll say
to get it.
If you don't want to get pregnant, don't put yourself in a fucking situation to get pregnant.
And let the man know the same thing. I ain't do it by my damn self. Cause for real, you.
Hold on. Okay, come on, Kiki. Come on.
You let go with your bad back. Your pull-out game is whack. There has to be. You can't blame me. You can't get mad at me. You can't say, "Oh my God, it's that and the third." You can't do any of that. Do not make me feel like trash because I had 2 babies and I felt like trash behind both of them. When I told the man that I was pregnant because, of course, we didn't plan for that, but we did not plan for it either.
Okay, so now I'm at this point. Now we didn't plan for it either, and something happens, and now I look at you and say, "Well, I'm not ready for a child. I don't want a problem," because a lot of these ladies want to have keep a nigga babies.
He calling? Call.
No, a lot of these women want to have keep a nigga babies. You know what I mean? So now, so if you decide to have sex with a woman, you know what I mean? Be careful. Like me, I had sex with this woman. Condom broke. You know what I mean? In the middle of the shit. Didn't realize it till it was over. Now I got a fucking 16-year-old kid.
You didn't realize the condom broke? You didn't feel the difference in between?
Fucked up. I was drunk that night.
Okay, but normally you would
normally
feel
if I wasn't fucked up and wasn't on one, then I would have whoa. But I was fucked up and went along with the program. Boom, I got
went along with the program, and that's what I want men to understand.
So
like because men will tell you all day, I don't like the way condoms feel. Sorry. Like I don't either.
That's conversations need to be had.
Whatever I got, you gonna get, shorty. Whatever you want to give me, I'm gonna get. If I don't use this condom,
here's the other solution.
Facts.
The one thing
whole different feeling.
Yeah, the one thing a lot of people forget, because you said this earlier, not earlier today, but just a while back. Sex education in schools, it needs to be put in there. I don't know if there are certain places that took it out or whatever. I heard someone told me that they never had it or it was pulled. But honestly, it's like, look, you need to have sex education as a mandatory thing in this day and age. It makes no sense to keep being so freaking conservative and claiming that sex is just, you got to wait until you're in your freaking 20s or whatever to have it. And full well is like, certain people at certain time frames are having sex, and you need to prepare for them. Not just the physical part, but the mental. It's a two-way thing nowadays. And because you said it like yourself, when you had your kids and the man made you feel like shit. No, it shouldn't be like that. You have to, if someone taught you as like the preparedness of when what happens before, during, and after, and then way after if you get pregnant or not. You have to have those. You have to prepare for that mentally and physically. I think one of the misconceptions nowadays. I keep seeing this first response commercial where they have 3 women indicating that they were pregnant or not, or not. And I figured it's like, okay, they're all happy in the end. And I felt like, no, one of them should be disappointed because the fact is, like, you have to show the fact that, like, to see the realization, and that's the main part here, is the realization of what happens when someone is pregnant, when one of them doesn't want to be pregnant, or doesn't get pregnant and they want to. And that's the thing we have to say. Is like the physical act and the mental act needs to be discussed in this type of situation. And the way I'm seeing it now, the emotions a lot of people are having, in the last 3 or 4 days, is the fact is like the mental part of what they go through in this type of situation is highly key here.
Well, and listen, just be responsible and accountable with your box and your eggplant. Like, you do understand that every time you screw me, there's a 50-50 chance that especially if I'm childbearing, which I am, that every time that we have sex, in either way, something could happen. Because there's that, birth control is 99.9 blah 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 percent. There's still 1% of people that get pregnant and bust through birth control. Okay, and that's another thing. Depends on if they was clip burnt, they was tied. There's a time frame on those too. 10 years with them joints can be they can come loose and a person get pregnant. I had 2 friends that I work with in the hospital that happened to. 50 years old, pregnant. So to me, I'm saying that if you put your penis in me and I let you without nothing, if I get pregnant, shut the fuck up. What we gonna do?
Time out. You said
what we gonna do?
You said it first. If you put your penis in me,
when you put your penis in me,
you said if I allow you to.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're accepting something.
I said if I allow you to without a condom and I get pregnant, shut the fuck up. Because right then and there, you should say, guess what? As your brain says, it's 50-50, so you're going to come out pregnant or unpregnant. Because ain't nobody tracking. Like, for real, I get caught up with that 7 days before, 7 days after. I've been caught up. So when that happens, don't make me feel like dirt. This is your baby, nigga. I didn't get me pregnant.
I respect
so
that.
now, as 2 adults, we now decide what to do. Because for real, we got 2 more days.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I
so
agree
just
with you.
and a lot of people do things as backing. They will have a drawer full of Plan Bs.
Just know that if you live in those red states that are going to support the overturning of Roe versus Wade, be mindful of the fucking that you do. If you don't want to get a chick pregnant, put the condom on.
That's it.
Put the condom on, nigga. What the fuck? How hard is that?
Yes, they have apps for that, but I stopped subscribing to those apps because of the abortion stuff that started happening. The people who were subscribing to those apps, the people were harassing them when they didn't come on their period. They found out they was pregnant and they was thinking like the abortion stuff started coming to the phone because of those apps. People be tracking your shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I stopped subscribing to all of that. I kind of work on
if you in these states, these states that are going to support this, you know what I mean? You be mindful of what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you want to fuck without a condom,
go to Maryland.
Bruh, but if you want to fuck without a condom, then you got to be prepared to say, hey, this chick is going to be pregnant. What are you going to do? If she gets pregnant, handle your business. Handle your business. Don't get mad after. You niggas got to stop getting mad after the fact and be like, damn, man, this bitch is pregnant. I don't want to have this baby. Nigga, we wasn't thinking about that when you was in the pussy raw. Nigga, so now you gotta handle it. You gotta be prepared. If y'all gonna fuck raw, you both have to be adults and have some conversations and know what route you're gonna take if she gets pregnant. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself. I'm not gonna put myself in this.
I want to say this, in the education standpoint behind the overturning of this, we need to educate ourselves on what that means. So women ain't going in the back alleys letting somebody stick some tube in them trying to do these abortions.
Yes, they can't have kids later on because of the fucked up experience they had.
So the education piece is necessary so we can kindly just break down what this means to you in the state that you live in. So there's people out here that's OT.
So Kiki, when I mean not Kiki, I'm sorry to cut you off. Ty said, where are all these babies going when the mamas don't want them? They're going to be put up for adoption.
That's old too.
That's good, and a lot of that might start happening in these states where the women don't want to have the babies. They're going to put them up for adoption. There's plenty of people out there that are willing to adopt, that want to adopt babies.
That's it.
So I don't see the problem there. But just, if you don't want to get fucking pregnant, nigga, then watch how you fucking. You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, OT said, he was like, yo, y'all crazy for fucking without condoms. Niggas is doing it. They like. I said that to my one of my homeboys. That nigga was like, "Yo, I play Russian roulette with my dick." That was his thinking.
That is it.
I play Russian roulette with my dick. You You know what I mean? Let alone, at the worst case, the chick gets pregnant. You're not talking about all these other shit that you get disease and your dick fall off. You don't care about that. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. I get what he's saying. Protect yourself. Be smart. Be mindful. You know what I mean?
But just imagine, like, we had cases, Tone, for this year from January. We've been talking about girls throwing their babies in the trash.
Yeah.
Like, so to me, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
It's so even now that you need to expect more of that to happen. And it depends on the state. I'm not saying this is going to happen everywhere. If you listen to everybody say, it depends on the state that you live in.
Ooh, Ty said y'all are clueless.
We're clueless.
Whoop. Whoop.
I want to know what the fuck Ty be drinking and what planet Ty comes from sometimes. Because Ty be out there.
Fuck was Ty and Marine, first of all.
I get it. So you already know her noodle is like, what the fuck? Ty, I love you, boo. But we damn sure going to make a segment on this show with Ty being Ty.
Ty go Ty.
Ty go Ty. That's what we're going to make.
Watch.
All you got to do is watch Ty Bradby throughout the week. Just don't say nothing. Just watch her page and she's going to Ty.
Ty gonna Ty. And watch me. Look, dead ass Ty. Check for it. Check in this bitch next Monday. Check for it.
I'm saying, infants, you really do think think babies are getting adopted? Yes, white people are adopting babies, infants. Now, they don't want to adopt older kids. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of babies are getting adopted. What about the people who can't have babies?
And they will adopt your black baby. White people will adopt your black baby. They're going everywhere.
They doing it.
They doing it.
You ever watch the show This Is Us?
Yes. Yes.
What did the white couple do? They adopted a black baby.
Ain't nothing wrong. You said what?
Angelina Jolie. Hold on. Madonna.
Was it Madonna? Sandra Bullock too.
Adopted black babies.
It's a thing. That was a thing.
It's a thing.
Yep.
Ty, we don't just accept it, Ty. Ty, every week in, week out. If you watch Ty going Ty. Ty going Ty. That is gonna be the Ty gonna be Ty.
I expect some ties to be in my inbox.
I'm gonna get you with some ties. I'm gonna watch Ty because I watch Ty. If you just sit on her post, you watch Ty. Ty going Ty. Somebody gonna strike Ty's button wrong, and she's going Ty.
She go too.
She's going Ty. What? We love you, Ty. Yo.
Dang, Tone.
It's that time already, yeah. Yo, that shit went by. I mean, there was a lot of informative information.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And today, I thank OT. I thank the callers OT. I thank Batman. I thank Will Funk.
Yep.
You know what I mean? For y'all calling in. I thank Ty for calling in and you know what I mean? Giving us something to look at for the future. You know what I mean? And what could possibly be coming down the pipeline.
We respect and love all of our followers, all of your comments. We read them all. Ty, look for your segment, baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Kiki.
I'm showing. We won't be on next week. Monday, 4th of July. We not on 4th of July. We are off the 4th of July.
What?
Yeah, 4th of July. There's no show. Be prepared for the month of August. We're on vacation the whole month of August. The whole month of August, Rip Radio is on vacation for a month.
Well, guess what?
You know what I mean? We're going to be doing live shows, y'all.
Yep. Our first live show is July 31st.
Yes.
Our next one. I mean, not the taping, because we did a taping. That was different.
But this is going to be a live show.
What we did. And we this time it's a live show. So come in,
so it'll be started
fuck with
us.
August.
It'll be started for August.
Fuck with us.
We're going to be doing them live. We'll let you know where they at and how it goes down.
Yeah.
I'm Tone.
I'm Kiki.
It's Real Talk Uncensored, man. Peace. See y'all in 2 weeks.
Later. Take it to the next plateau.
This shit is straight.